Now in Good Morning Northwest, the FBI has taken over investigating a mass shooting at a Michigan church. The gunman drove his truck through the door, started shooting, then set the building on fire. What we've learned overnight coming up.
And it's going to be a very different week in your weather than what we have seen recently. We're tracking a return to fall coming up.
And a Spokane group takes matters into its own hands, installing 29 colorful benches at bus stops all across the city. The point it's trying to make and why members decided to act now. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant.
And I'm Robin Nance. It is Monday, September 29th. Meteorologist Matt Gray here with our first alert forecast. Another hazy morning, Matt?
Yeah, another hazy morning out there, and temperatures are on the mild side here this morning as well. As we got some cloud cover moving over as the sun continues to rise, we'll get a good peek at those partly to mostly cloudy skies here that we're starting our day with. We're also starting the day with widespread moderate air quality pretty much everywhere in the inland Northwest. That smoke has just been hanging around throughout the entire weekend. It's not going away just yet. Now, I do have some optimism that we're going to start headed in a positive direction here for the end of the day. And the big reason why is we got a lot of changes coming up over the next 48 hours or so in your forecast. That includes some stuff that we have seen this morning. We've seen one or two little sprinkles in the central panhandle this morning. Most of the wet weather is over in western Washington, western Oregon, and in the Cascades. And if we can get some rain on some of these wildfires in the Cascades, that's going to do a big number on helping limit future smoke production here. Today, we're going to be waiting for that rain, 74 degrees for a high. We'll show you when that rain gets here coming up.
Matt, thanks. Well, this morning we are still waiting to learn the name of the security guard that was shot and killed at Eastern State Hospital Saturday morning.
The shooting's under investigation, but Spokane County deputies say it was the culmination of a crime spree in Medical Lake. First, a brush fire broke out near Medical Lake High School Saturday morning. Shortly after that, deputies say someone broke into a nearby home and fired shots. No one was hurt. Then witnesses heard gunshots across the lake, and an Eastern State Hospital employee was killed. A deputy then arrived at the scene and exchanged gunshots with the suspect. That person was killed. He was found dead near his vehicle, dressed in tactical style gear. The Washington State Department of Social and Health Services released a statement saying, in part, we send our heartfelt support to the victims' loved ones and to our dedicated employees and patients who are affected by this loss. The department says it is working closely with law enforcement and Governor Bob Ferguson's office.
Well, this morning, the FBI is investigating a targeted mass shooting and a fire at a Mormon church in Grand Blanc, Michigan.
It happened as hundreds of people were worshiping. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is in D.C. with the details.
This morning, police are investigating a deadly shooting at a Michigan church where hundreds of people were worshiping.
We have an active shooter at the church, and PD's on scene saying the building is also on fire.
During Sunday morning worship, police say the gunman drove his pickup into the front doors of the Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints and opened fire with an assault rifle. Police say he then set the building on fire.
I have people trapped in the building. Repeat, people trapped in the building.
The gunman, identified as 40-year-old Thomas Jacob Sanford, was later killed during a shootout with police in the parking lot. A teacher at the church described the terrifying moments to our ABC station WXYZ.
One of our counselors was up speaking, and we heard a big bang and the doors blew. Our church is gone. I joined the church 38 years ago in that building, and now it's gone. See, somebody would do this to my church.
This morning, multiple agencies, including the FBI and ATF, now investigating and searching his home in the nearby city of Burton. Officials also still searching through the debris from the fire, concerned about multiple people unaccounted for in the church.
We're working tirelessly to find additional bodies. So to answer your question, the entire church has not been cleared because it's a total loss due to the fire.
The governor of Michigan posting on social media overnight saying, quote, violence anywhere, especially in a place of worship, is unacceptable, and adding her heart is breaking for the community. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Well, you might want to give yourself a little extra time if you're headed north on Green Street today near the community college, because crews are installing drainage pipes there and manhole covers and will be working for the next week. This is part of the North Spokane River Crossing project. This work was supposed to start last month, but was delayed due to a strike. 29 colorful benches installed at bus stops across Spokane Sunday with the goal of making public transportation safer and a little more enjoyable.
The group behind them also says the benches serve as a call out to STA, urging it to step up and improve bus stops. Hunter Bertram joined the group for the installations.
As the work week begins, so does National Week Without Driving, a challenge for sure, especially when you see bus stops lacking seating and you're left standing besides bustling traffic.
Some of our wait times can be 15 or 30 minutes, maybe an hour on the weekends for some routes.
Imagine standing for an hour, perhaps with a bag of library books in hand. Suddenly, driving seems more appealing and safer than waiting roadside. That's why Spokane Reimagined took action.
We started in early July with the lumber, and I did a lot of prep work, a lot of the cutting.
So we are dropping 29 benches off, one for each neighborhood in Spokane.
These colorful benches now offer a seat at bus stops that previously had none.
And at some of these bus stops I visited today, already in its place were makeshift bus benches with these folding chairs that obviously you probably wouldn't want to sit on. Now with this new bus bench, they hope to encourage people to take the bus more often.
And we acknowledge that there are a lot of hurdles when it comes to building safe shelters and benches. And we thought that in the meantime, we could put some placeholder benches in for people to use while they're waiting for the bus.
Each bench painted by a neighborhood artist and community members.
I just think that it's really important for us to remember that non-drivers are people too, and that we should plan our transportation system around all users.
I'm really hoping that people take the fact that you have autonomy over your own neighborhood and that you have the right to give something to your community.
In Spokane, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Wow, that one sure is pretty that she's sitting on.
I saw some kind of sprinkled around the city yesterday as I was driving around. They look nice.
They're lovely. It is now 6:07. Let's send you over back to meteorologist Matt Gray. Sunrise not for another, 30 minutes or so?
I know.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad. It's sad. It's sad. But okay, we're seeing some rays of dawn here over Lewiston. As you can see, a little bit of cloud cover here this morning. We haven't seen a bunch of that recently, but we will this week. We are tracking clouds and a chance of showers coming up.
Yeah, 40 minutes to sunrise. Oh, sorry about that. President Trump expands his use of federal troops, now targeting Portland over ICE facility protests. Democratic leaders call the move unnecessary as tensions rise between state and federal officials. The political battle just ahead.
And from Spokane to the world stage, we got 3 local para-athletes competing at world championships in India. Why we're partnering with their program, it's coming up just ahead.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Custer's Antique and Vintage Show.
It's a 48-hour flash sale today through Sunday at Walker's Furniture, where every item is marked down an additional 20% off already low prices. Or take advantage of 5 years no interest financing with no money down.
Beautiful bedroom sets 20% off. All sofas, love seats, and sectionals 20% off. And all dining sets 20% off.
It's a flash sale you can't afford to miss. This Wednesday through Sunday at Walker's.
Touchdown on savings at George Key Kia Spokane. We're clearing out all new 2025 Kias at huge discounts to make room for the new 2026 Kias on the way. Shop over 350 new Kias and score big. Locally owned, family operated, always exceeding your expectations with unbeatable deals and exceptional customer service. Don't miss this chance to save. Visit George Key Kia Spokane off I-90 and Liberty Lake or shop anytime at SpokaneKia.com.
Bill's Heating and AC has not 1, not 2, but 3 warehouses overstocked with tankless water heaters. To clear out inventory before the end of the year, we're doing something we've never done before. Advertising our guaranteed lowest pricing for all to see. Right now, you can get a tankless water heater installed for only $3,500 to $4,500, depending on the model. Call now before this amazing deal goes away. Call 208-777-5528.
Medicare options for Freddie.
No, not Freddie. Eddie.
Are you still there, Freddie? Okay, aging needs.
Agent, please.
On Tuesday, September 30th, Spokane Public Schools and Spokane Parks will share what's proposed in Together Spokane, including 200 plus projects across the city. Learn what's planned for your neighborhood. Join us at the Northwest Spokane Town Hall, 6 to 7 p.m. at Shadle Park High School.
It's time for 4 News Now, Coats for Kids. Drop off new or gently used coats at any of our sponsored locations. We'll bring them to Alsco for professional cleaning, then get them out to local children in need. Donate Coats for Kids through October 31st.
SCCU is partnering with 4 News Now, Coats for Kids to help keep children warm, safe, and healthy this winter.
SCCU loves Coats for Kids.
It is now 6:10. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. President Donald Trump's expected to meet with Israel's prime minister at the White House today.
The scars of war have left much of Gaza in ruins. Nearly 2 million Palestinians have been displaced within the enclave in the last 2 years. The Trump administration has proposed a 21-point peace plan that calls for Hamas to release all remaining hostages within 48 hours of an agreement and sets out a post-war roadmap for Gaza. This plan does not indicate U.S. support for a Palestinian state. Dozens of countries are now backing a Palestinian state, including the UK, France, and Canada.
President Trump said he will send troops to Portland, Oregon to protect immigration and customs enforcement facilities he claimed are under siege. This comes as an ICE building near downtown Portland's been at the center of protests throughout the summer. Most of the demonstrations have been peaceful, but some have ended in the deployment of tear gas. State and local leaders have pushed back against Trump's characterization of the issue, arguing that federal intervention is not necessary.
It's time to plan your day. Still hazy out there this morning, and that's going to continue at least through the morning hours. We may start to see things get a little bit less in the hazy department in the afternoon. More clouds than sun throughout the day today. Eventually, that's going to lead us to this change in weather, which is going to bring us a chance for rain. Expect our best chance of rain today is going to be during the evening.
The World Para-Athletics Championships are underway right now in India.
And we're excited because Spokane is very well represented there. 3 current Parasport Spokane athletes are representing Team USA, and this includes Taylor Swanson, who you see here. We introduced you to Taylor last year, right before she went to Paris for the Paralympics. Parasport Spokane helps athletes like Taylor get out on the field and find their stride no matter their abilities. And that's why we are so excited to team up with them for our next Extreme Team project. A little bit of a teaser here. Of course, Mark will have details coming up in the next few weeks, but just to improve their overall facilities and get these athletes going.
Very exciting, and best of luck to all of them competing.
Yes. Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:13.
Homeowners discover a money-saving secret for big expenses like college tuition or home repairs. Kirsten O'Connor explains why home equity loans offer better rates than other options in Money Saving Monday just ahead.
And hey, coffee lovers, today is your day. We're taking a live look this morning at the wake-up call on Division on this Monday. Just ahead, why you'll find some deals at your favorite coffee shops and stands today.
Feeling the squeeze at the checkout line? Well, you're not alone. You have to cut back in order to live. I'm Hannah Joy. I'll show you how to save big on your grocery bill without giving up the food you love.
It's possible to save 30 to 70%
tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest.
It's our all-month-long Labor Day sale, where you'll save $13,750 off new Sierra 1500 Elevations or 0% APR. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
With less burning, itching, and pain from moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, imagine being a million miles away. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. Most people saw 100% clear skin that stayed clear, even at 5 years. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Ask your doctor about Tremfya.
When you're hurt in a car wreck, insurance companies will try to minimize your claim. Don't let them.
We're here to fight for every dollar you deserve.
We're in your corner working to get you the best possible outcome.
When I called Craig Swap & Associates, it was so fast and so easy. They got right to work, making sure the insurance company treated me fairly, so I got everything I deserved.
Don't let big insurance take advantage of you. Call Craig Swap & Associates now. One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
Post Falls ER and Hospital, open 24/7, providing premium emergency department care without the wait. From your child sports injury to urgent ambulance visits, Post Falls ER features low wait times, efficient procedures, and compassionate care. Plus, we provide state-of-the-art imaging, inpatient care, and accept all commercial insurances. Because in an emergency, every second counts and every life matters. Post Falls ER and Hospital, State Line near Cabela's, minutes away, hours faster.
Win and save with Lucky Number Tuesday at Buy Mart. Just by matching your ending number, you can win a Kane Home Kitchen Towel. Plus, save with Tuesday-only pricing and buy one for 99 cents. Win and save with Lucky Number Tuesday at Buy Mart.
Kevin Coe, the South Hill rapist, wants out. The state says he's no longer a threat, but Spokane still remembers. A judge rules Thursday. What are his rights and the victims? Watch team coverage Thursday on 4 News Now.
It's our all-month-long Labor Day sale, where you'll save up to $14,500 off or 3.9% APR on new Sierra 2500 HD Denali's. There's never any dealer-added markups on new vehicles. And ask us about our 3-day return and 7-day exchange at GMC of Riverfront Park.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gold Seal Plumbing.
Sign up for the 4 News Now Daily Local at KXLY.com.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:16. Are you taking out a loan to pay for a big expense like college tuition or maybe starting a business? It can be really intimidating.
Yeah, if you are a homeowner, you may have more options than you think. Kirsten O'Connor explains why now may be the best time for a home equity loan in this Money Saving Monday.
Have some home repairs, or maybe you're sending kids off to college soon. A home equity loan might offer the best rate.
A lot of times a home equity loan has a better interest rate because of the security it offers the lender, because you're using your home as collateral.
But how much can you borrow? Let's break it down. If you own a $500,000 home and a lender can offer up to 80% of the home's value, but you still owe $300,000, that means the final amount you can access is about $100,000. Ask about a home equity line of credit too. That makes sense if you're okay with some risk.
Home equity line of credit usually is a revolving product that comes with a variable interest rate.
And now may be the best time to look at these loans, especially if you bought your home or refinanced when rates were historically low.
That a lot of people who have been in their home for 5+ years probably have a considerable amount of equity and also probably have a really great interest rate from when rates were so low.
With this Money Saving Monday, I'm Kirsten O'Connor.
If you were outside over the weekend, you probably noticed that smoky haze.
Ew.
Western Washington wildfires are behind the drop in air quality. You've been talking about this, Matt, for I feel like
we've been watching. It's the better part of a couple of weeks now that we've been watching these fires, and it got really bad at the end of last week. It just hasn't gone anywhere now.
I saw
been lingering.
Videos over the weekend of Blewett Pass and kind of right where those fires are burning.
It's scary.
Fire's not a good situation out there.
No, and they are still burning hot again this morning. So we need some rain to put them out. At least we'll have a chance here over the next few days in the Cascades. That will be a big help. In the more immediate future, it's going to be these southerly winds that you can see a little bit here. It's probably more visible there outside of where we're showing you this moderate air quality across almost the entirety of our region this morning, with unhealthy air closer to the fire lines there in the Wenatchee and Leavenworth areas. But those southerly winds are going to help us out, start blowing some of this smoke up into Canada and away from our breathing space. 58 degrees right now in Spokane, mostly cloudy skies. It's going to be a theme throughout the day. Not going to be a ton of sun peeking through. 52 in Coeur d'Alene. Once again, more clouds than sun throughout the day today. As a result, compared to where we were yesterday in the 80s, our highs today will only be in the 70s. 74 in Spokane, a little bit warmer in places like Coeur d'Alene and St. Mary's. 80s in the LC Valley. Hazy and 70s across central Washington, and a better chance during the daytime hours for rain and perhaps even a few rumbles of thunder close to the Cascades. As we head into tonight, decent chance of some scattered showers almost everywhere across the inland Northwest. Lows will be in the 40s and 50s. Let's show you kind of when we have the best chance for some wet weather. For today, it's going to be after 6 o'clock, so we'll see hit or miss showers. There will be some areas that get a little bit more in the rain department here, but it's going to be between about 6 and 11 p.m. will be the best chance for rain with this kind of first wave of moisture that comes across the mountains. We'll be looking at some scattered wet weather, especially in North Idaho for the start of your Tuesday, and then we'll be looking for that next round of rain heading into Tuesday night. In the meantime, for the afternoon, scattered showers. So that seems to be kind of the pattern here that we're setting up for the next couple of days. More rain at night as opposed to during the day. So either early in the day or late in the day. Got to look out for some of those showery conditions. Here is your air quality forecast. We're going to stay in that moderate range, or at least average out that through Monday. But by Tuesday, with those southerly winds continuing, boy, that's going to help us out. And so for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, I'm expecting good air quality for Tuesday. And then, fingers crossed, we can stay that way for the rest of this week. Temperatures are going below average here as we head into the middle of this week. Here is your 7-day forecast. Going to be feeling like fall out there as we start the month of October. But right now it's the last Monday of September. And you know what that means? It's time for Pet of the Week.
If you're looking for a tiny new family member with blue eyes or brown eyes or even green eyes, visit Companions Animal Center. So many little kittens are looking for a loving home. It appears kitten season is not over yet. Dozens are available for adoption, and more are coming in every day. All of the kittens are altered, vaccinated, and microchipped before being adopted. Stop by and meet them. They may not pay too much attention to you, but you'll enjoy watching them. For more information, you can also visit our website at companionsanimalcenter.org.
Oh, lovies, go get them.
Wow, whatever color you want, they're gorgeous.
Good morning, Northwest time right now is 6:22.
With a solid win this past weekend over a future Pac-12 opponent in Colorado State, the Washington State Cougars look to get their season back on track.
Plus, the stage is set for the MLB postseason. What you need to know about the bracket for this year's Fall Classic, that's coming up just ahead in Morning Sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
When you've been injured in a car accident, the insurance company can make you feel small.
Right when you need help the most.
That's when you call Russell and Hill.
You are important to us.
We'll work to get you the results you deserve.
So you can get back to being you.
With depression, it feels like every day you're just going through the motions. But what if you could get your go back?
Go with Auvelity.
Auvelity worked fast. Some saw relief in as early as 1 week. And Auvelity lasted. On average, significant relief was seen at 6 weeks. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions in young adults. Tell your doctor about sudden changes to mood, thoughts, or behavior. Don't take Auvelity if you have a history of seizure, eating disorder, or have abruptly stopped drinking alcohol, or taking benzodiazepines, barbiturates, or anti-seizure medicine. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Don't take if you're allergic to dextromethorphan, bupropion, or any of the ingredients in Auvelity. Don't take with MAOIs. High blood pressure, manic episodes, serious eye problems, and dizziness can occur. Report all medicines you take to avoid a life-threatening condition. Don't take Auvelity if you are or may become pregnant. Side effects can include dizziness, headache, diarrhea, feeling sleepy, dry mouth, sexual function problems, and excessive sweating. Ask your provider about Auvelity.
Go with Auvelity.
Tackle every job with power and precision this season with Pape Machinery Ag and Turf. For a limited time, you can get 0% financing for up to 84 months on a new John Deere 1025R compact utility tractor with 120R standard loader, all for just $249 per month. Shop online or head to your nearest Pape Machinery location to experience the unmatched customer service and support that keeps your operation running strong. But don't wait, this offer ends October 31st. Pape keeps you moving.
Stay and play at Mistaqua Casino Hotel, where jackpots, food, and fun come together at the region's only non-smoking casino and hotel. We're the place for a day trip, weekend getaway, or your next holiday party or group event. Enjoy the casino action playing your favorite gaming machine, or try your skills at the live table games. Stay and play at Mistaqua Casino Hotel, located just north of Spokane on Highway 395 near Chewelah.
When you've been injured in a car accident, the insurance company can make you feel small.
Right when you need help the most.
That's when you call Russell & Hill.
You are important to us.
We'll work to get you the results you deserve.
So you can get back to being you.
Welcome to Morning Sports. I'm Jack Wallace. Washington State cruised past Colorado State this weekend to get their third win of the season. It was 20-3, bruising from both sides of the ball, especially on the defensive end. The Cougs flew all over the field on Saturday, shutting out Colorado State over the second half, holding them to just 3 total points, by far a season low for WSU. The defense featured a standout performance from Sonny Finau and Anthony Polano, and head coach Jimmy Rogers spoke to the media about the big defensive performances and the execution from his squad.
Have a little bit more situational awareness and get really locked into the certain things that we need to improve at. But proud of our coaches, obviously. It's not just the players that it's hard on us. We live this. So to be able to respawn, I was, in the second half, both teams went scoreless. I think it was a quick start for us, and we executed well for the most part, and we got to grow from this and try to put more points in the second half.
The Cougs have this coming weekend off on a bye before traveling to the top 5 Ole Miss Rebels in just shy of a couple weeks. That's down in Oxford. And we can look at the American League playoffs. They all got set on the MLB decision day yesterday. The top 2 seeds with a bye are the Toronto Blue Jays. They're at the 1 on the bottom right, the AL East champions, and then Seattle right there at the 2 seed right behind them. The 3 seed, remarkably, it's Cleveland. The Guardians are racing a 15.5 game Detroit lead to win the AL Central, the largest division title comeback in MLB history. They're going to play against those same Tigers in the first wild card series. And then we have another set of division rivals in the 4-5 game. That winner will play Toronto. That's the New York Yankees of the 4 seed. They're bitter rivals, the Boston Red Sox at the 5. That's all for Morning Sports. Tune in on 4 News Now before and after Monday Night Football tonight for more local sports action.
It is now 6:26.
Dave Tisdale, the Coeur d'Alene firefighter shot in the Canfield Mountain attack, is making recovery strides down in Colorado. We have an update on his progress. That's next.
Plus, the clock is ticking. Congress has less than 24 hours to avoid a government shutdown. President Trump meets with leaders today as millions of federal workers face working without pay. What we know ahead of this potential shutdown next. And as we go to break, here's your first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a startling new development in the alleged plot to cripple American telecommunication systems. Sources say federal agents found 200,000 more SIM cards at a location in New Jersey, double the 100,000 SIM cards, along with hundreds of servers that were seized at 5 other vacant offices and apartments in and around New York City. Authorities are now racing to track down who rented the spaces and filled them with shelves full of gear they say is capable of sending anonymous text messages every minute.
The potential threat these data centers pose to the public could include shutting down critical resources that the public needs, like the 911 system, or potentially impacting the public's ability to communicate everything, including business transactions.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the very latest on this urgent investigation. With your GMA First Look, I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
Honey, your mouth and eyes are moving again.
Really?
Yeah. Let's go talk to your doctor. We learned the uncontrollable movements are called tardive dyskinesia, or TD, and were caused by Derek's mental health medications. Derek was prescribed Austedo XR, a once-daily extended-release pill for adults. Austedo XR can significantly reduce TD movements, with some seeing a response as early as 2 weeks. And he can stay on his mental health medications.
Austedo XR can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Pay close attention to and call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden changes in mood, or have suicidal thoughts. Don't take if you have liver problems, are taking Reserpine, Tetrabenazine, or Valbenazine. Austedo XR may cause irregular or fast heartbeat or abnormal movements. Seek help for fever, stiff muscles, problems thinking or sweating. Common side effects include inflammation of the nose and throat, insomnia, and sleepiness.
If you see TD, ask about Austedo XR.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Tin Roof.
Latah Creek Wine Cellars invites you to our annual harvest celebration, October 3rd through 5th. Sip our best blends, learn about our vineyards, and snack on Elena's cooking. Come and help us celebrate our 44th harvest.
Cheers.
At Gold Seal Plumbing, we let our reviews speak for themselves. To see more of our reviews, just go to goldsealplumbing.com/reviews.
Gold Seal Plumbing, we're on our way.
Touchdown on savings at George Key Kia Spokane. We're clearing out all new 2025 Kias at huge discounts to make room for the new 2026 Kias on the way. Shop over 350 new Kias and score big. Locally owned, family operated, always exceeding your expectations with unbeatable deals and exceptional customer service. Don't miss this chance to save. Visit George Key Kia Spokane off I-90 and Liberty Lake or shop anytime at SpokaneKia.com.
Lake Tahoe Creek Wine Cellars invites you to our annual harvest celebration, October 3rd through 5th. Sip our best blends, learn about our vineyards, and snack on Elena's cooking. Come and help us celebrate our 44th harvest.
Cheers.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
We are kicking off this half hour with the 4 News Now story tracker and the stories people are reading about online this morning.
Super Bowl 60 may be months away, but we already know who will take the stage at halftime. The NFL and Apple Music announced Sunday that Grammy winner Bad Bunny will headline the show. The Puerto Rican star dropped his 6th album earlier this year.
Well, this morning, Dolly Parton explains her decision to delay her upcoming Las Vegas residency by more than 9 months, citing health challenges. In a post written with her trademark sense of humor, she says, "My doctors tell me that I must have a few procedures. As I joked with them, it must be time for my 100,000-mile checkup, although it's not the usual trip to see my plastic surgeon." The 79-year-old assured her fans that she has no plans to retire.
Today's National Coffee Day, and if you need a boost, some coffee chains are offering discounts and even free cup to Joe. Krispy Kreme, Dunkin', and Starbucks all have free coffee promotions today. The cost of coffee is getting higher in part due to tariffs. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the average price of a pound of ground roast coffee is up 40% compared to a year ago.
And we got a live look this morning at one of our local options for some coffee. This is Wake Up Call on Division on this Monday morning. It's just one of the many great places around our city and our area to get your morning fix. And if you follow some of these local coffee stands on their Instagram pages, a lot of them are posting deals for today. So make sure to check those out before heading out.
Do it. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance.
And I'm Natalie Grant. Today is Monday, September 29th. We're going to start things off with meteorologist Matt Gray. And a look at that first alert forecast. Matt, how many cups of coffee have you had this morning?
I am somewhere in the 2 to 3 range. I don't know. I had cold brew cans this morning. So, yeah, I was cracking one open. They were like, what's going on back there? Well, I'm tired. That's why. Tell you that. It feels like a Monday, and a little bit of gloom in our skies. Definitely going to make it feel like a Monday. So you know what? Maybe pour a little extra in your cup this morning, as we do have a change in our weather. It's going to make it feel a lot more like fall, and that begins here with a couple of showers we're watching this morning. So right in the St. Mary's area, we got a little sprinkle that's going to move over you over the next few minutes here in the St. Mary's area. Not going to add up to much. We've had a couple little sprinkles right around Fernand Lake. That started to kind of dissipate here a little bit. Also a couple little sprinkles north of Higgins Point in the Wolf Lodge Bay area. You can see here lots of kind of haze and a cloudy sky. Going to make it a kind of dull gray start to our day. 58 degrees currently, definitely on the mild side. We'll stay in the 50s here for a couple more hours, and then we are up to the 70s for this afternoon, even with the clouds and haze. For this evening, that's when things begin to change. We saw those couple of sprinkles. Well, instead of a couple of sprinkles, it's going to be some more widely available rainfall with scattered showers. So we'll show you how this breaks down as we head through your evening and when you should be planning for more wet weather this week coming up.
Matt, thanks. This year, there will be one less farm for families to pick out a fresh Christmas tree in Coeur d'Alene. The Cable Creek Tree Farm told its customers it's stepping back this season due to a family emergency. That farm, run by firefighter Dave Tisdall and his wife, Annie. Tisdall was found wounded in a shooting on Canfield Mountain back in June that killed 2 other firefighters. Although he was unable to move, Tisdall still managed to warn his colleagues about the active shooter over a radio. Last month, he was moved to a hospital in Colorado that specializes in spinal cord injuries. Last week, the Coeur d'Alene Fire Department shared that Tisdall is on schedule with all of his rehab therapies. He's recovered from a serious blood infection and is now working to rebuild his upper body strength. Last week, he began learning how to drive using hand controls that you see here. There's plenty of healing left, but Dave's family says they are incredibly grateful for all the support from the community. Well, this morning, time is running out to avoid a government shutdown. The deadline is tomorrow night.
President Trump's expected to meet today with congressional leaders. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has details from D.C.
If it has to shut down, it'll have to shut down.
With just hours to go until a potential government shutdown, the president is set to meet with the top 4 congressional leaders to discuss a potential deal.
Our position has been very clear. Cancel the cuts, lower the costs, save health care.
Democrats are demanding a new funding bill that reverses Medicaid cuts and extends expiring Obamacare subsidies to prevent health insurance premiums from rising for millions of Americans. Republicans are pushing for a more simple short-term funding fix to keep the government running until November 20th.
What the Democrats have done here is take the federal government as a hostage.
A shutdown would mean millions of federal employees, including members of the military, TSA officers, and ICE agents would work without pay until the government reopens. And the White House raising the stakes even further, directing agencies to consider mass firings of federal workers from programs that are, quote, not consistent with the president's priorities.
They're trying to intimidate the American people and us.
Democrats argue nearly 22 million Americans could see their monthly health insurance costs nearly double next year if the Obamacare subsidies are not extended. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
Police in Charlotte, North Carolina are investigating the death of a stowaway found Sunday morning inside the landing gear compartment of an American Airlines flight. The plane had recently arrived in Charlotte from Europe, and it was undergoing maintenance when the body was discovered. According to a statement from the Charlotte police, the individual whose identity and origin are still unknown was pronounced dead at the scene.
Some Washington restaurants will soon have to advertise their unresolved labor violations right next to their food safety rating. The new rule affects King County and only applies after businesses have exhausted their appeals and continue operating without paying fines. This is a first of its kind rule for Washington state and follows similar measures that were implemented in 2 California counties.
Well, your weekly grocery trip is probably costing you a little bit more these days. Shoppers everywhere are feeling the pinch, especially with prices up more than 20% since 2020.
It might be a good idea to shop for some meals that are good leftovers or can be frozen to avoid overbuying and food waste.
Whether you're feeding a big family or making dinner for one, Consumer Reports has some easy ways to help you cut costs at checkout. We'll show you what they are tomorrow right here on Good Morning Northwest. And your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:37.
Matt Great back in. Oh, look, we're in the valley.
Yep, we are in the valley. Looking at the Argonne exits here. You can see that haziness in the background. It's still there this morning. Combine that with the clouds, it's just going to be kind of a gloomy start. A 2-hour day. We are going to see some notable changes by this evening, including a chance for some much needed rainfall. All that coming up in your forecast.
And still to come here on Good Morning Northwest, no arrests yet in a Moscow fight that put a young DoorDash driver in a coma. And police say community members are interfering with their investigation. What we know, that's next.
And Riverside voters face a school levy decision in November. The proposal targets extreme classroom temperatures and outdated heating systems more than 3 decades old. How much it could cost you next.
Plan your day with Matt Gray, only on Good Morning Northwest.
These dishes just aren't getting clean.
Problem isn't your machine. It's likely your detergent. I recommend switching to Cascade Platinum Plus. These new pods dissolve completely and have Dawn, breaking down up to 100% of tough stuck-on foods. Cascade Platinum Plus.
It's a 48-hour flash sale today through Sunday at Walker's Furniture, where every item is marked down an additional 20% off already low prices. Or take advantage of 5 years no interest financing with no money down.
Beautiful bedroom sets 20% off. All sofas, love seats, and sectionals 20% off. And all dining sets 20% off.
It's a flash sale you can't afford to miss. This Wednesday through Sunday at Walker's.
In football, to have a good offense, you need to know how to read the defense.
The same is true dealing with the insurance company after a car wreck.
They'll use every trick in their playbook to pay you as little as possible.
But we know their playbook.
Like when they stack the box.
These are huge insurance companies.
And they'll do anything to keep you from winning.
Like stacking the box with attorneys to fight your claim.
That's when you call an audible and call us.
We're attorneys Russell and Hill.
We know the insurance game.
And we know how to win.
Attention high school sports fans. Your school could be featured on 4 News Now Game of the Week. Go to KXLY.com. Vote for your favorite game, and your team could be the featured game on Friday Night Sports Extra. 4 News Now Game of the Week. Brought to you by BECU.
This week on Neutrogena Remembers.
Will you marry me?
I love you.
If you remember these two, it may be time to start using Neutrogena Retinol Regenerating Cream. It can reverse 7 years of visible aging. Great skin. Oh, to be young.
The Spokane Home Builders Association with Fred's Appliance in Thermador is proud to present the 21st Annual Fall Festival of Homes, featuring 23 gorgeous homes from 15 of Spokane's finest builders, like Lennar, Wren Building Company, Greenstone, and Camden Homes. Whether buying, looking for remodeling ideas, or decorating inspirations, find it all at the Fall Festival of Homes. Visit fallfestivalofhomes.com for all the details.
Feeling the squeeze at the checkout line? Well, you're not alone. You have to cut back in order to live. I'm Hannah Joy. I'll show you how to save big on your grocery bill without giving up the food you love.
It's possible to save 30 to 70%
tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest.
It is now 6:41. The latest now on a sequence of events that put a young man in a Moscow hospital. Police are investigating the fight that occurred between a DoorDash driver and another man Wednesday night on the University of Idaho's Greek Row. The family of the delivery driver posting on social media this week that he is in a coma. So far, no one's arrested. As the Moscow Police Department investigates this case, it's warning the public not to get involved. The police chief saying misinformation about the case is out there and some community members are taking it upon themselves to try to serve justice.
People reaching out to individuals involved, their friends, their other living arrangements, those types of things. So we're asking the public to make sure to not get involved.
Police ask you leave the detective work to them, but if anyone has information that is relevant to the case, they should contact the police department.
The Riverside School District says its classrooms can reach up to 85 degrees on hot days, and it's hoping voters will approve a levy to fund a new HVAC system for its schools. The district says its current HVAC systems are more than 30 years old. If it's approved by voters, the levy will cost taxpayers $1.45 per $1,000 of assessed property value. That amounts to about $60 per month for the average homeowner. Most of this levy would be used for new HVAC systems, but the levy would also be used to redesign safer school entrances.
We have kids who are wearing 3 layers of clothing. One classroom, they got to take all 3 layers off, wear a t-shirt in the next classroom. You got to wear gloves when you're writing with a pencil or a pen.
Ballots for the November general election will be sent out on October 15th, so check your mailboxes. Election day is coming up on November 4th.
Time to plan your day. Gloomy skies, rather. Cloudy and gloomy. I guess that could be gloomy, right? Gloomy skies. Hazy for the start of today. We are going to continue to see more clouds than sun heading through the afternoon, but fairly dry conditions across the inland Northwest. That rain going to hold off until this evening, particularly mid to late evening, when we will see the first of several chances for rain this week.
The carrier takes flight as New Zealand's bird of the year. The indigenous Maori falcon wins the country's annual bird election with more than 14,000 votes. The contest draws attention to New Zealand's native birds, where 80% face some level of threat. This year's competition attracts more than 75,000 voters in the country of 5 million people. The falcon beats out beloved alpine parrots and drunk pigeons that sometimes fall from trees after eating too many berries.
Do you think he had a campaign slogan? Do you think he had signs up voting for him?
I can't imagine what they might say.
I know.
Oh, I'll have to think about it. It's now 6:44.
We'll be right back with Matt's full forecast coming up right after this.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Hi, Jessica.
I've heard that you can come the same day I call you.
Give us an address and we're on our way.
But how?
1-800-GOT-JUNK is the world's largest junk removal service.
I want you to come today.
We're on our way.
Febreze. I don't know about y'all, but when it comes to working from home, I gotta have every part of my house clean. That means tidying up, then spraying my Febreze air mist to leave every room smelling fresh and clean. With that done, it's time to get to work.
Post Falls ER and Hospital, open 24/7, providing premium emergency department care without the wait. From your child sports injury to urgent ambulance visits, Post Falls ER features low wait times, efficient procedures, and compassionate care. Plus, we provide state-of-the-art imaging, inpatient care, and accept all commercial insurances. Because in an emergency, every second counts and every life matters. Post Falls ER and Hospital, State Line near Cabela's, minutes away, hours faster.
Need a new garage door?
Sorry.
We know your garage door is more than just a door. It's also curb appeal and security. That's why our expertly trained technicians bring precision to every install. Precision Garage Door Service. Fast, reliable, and a great investment for your home. Give us a call today.
The 2025 Ford Bronco is everywhere, and for good reason. It's built for anything, loaded with capability, and will go anywhere you take it. Snow, mud, dirt, whatever the road throws at you. This goat gives you seven different terrain modes to handle it all. And the Bronco just won an award for best in class for initial quality. When buying your next SUV, think Wendell Ford. We would be honored to show you the new Bronco. Wendell Ford, drive for generations.
This week on Neutrogena Remembers.
Will you marry me?
I love you.
If you remember these two, it may be time to start using Neutrogena Retinol Regenerating Cream. It can reverse 7 years of visible aging. Great skin. Oh, to be young.
Hi, Jessica.
I've heard that you can come the same day I call you.
Give us an address and we're on our way.
But how?
1-800-GOT-JUNK is the world's largest junk removal service.
I want you to come today.
We're on our way.
4 News Now is brought to you by Parker Toyota.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:46. We got a live look outside right now. The sun has finally decided to grace us with its presence this morning.
In 5 seconds.
That's nice.
Yeah, technically. Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's that time of the year for sure. Yeah, so it's cloudy and it's hazy, so it's kind of a weird, there's a little bit of a weird vibe out there this morning for sure.
Agreed.
So
Ooh, that's cool though.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. So this is over the weekend. That smoke has just been ever present in our skies. Thanks to Jerry and Mary Kay Rolls for this view of the sunrise on Saturday morning. That smoke in the air has just been hanging around and creating tough breathing conditions at times, and otherwise just been kind of annoying and kind of sad here because we're almost to October and we're still talking about smoke. It is largely moderate air quality across the entirety of the inland Northwest. Of course, near some of these big fires around Wenatchee, Leavenworth, Plain, that's where we're seeing the unhealthy air this morning as winds have been fairly light over the course of the weekend. But winds are now out of the south, and that is going to help us out it's going to help us out a lot. As we head into this afternoon, there should be some notable improvement in the haziness. We'll still likely be in that kind of on the edge of good moderate range as far as our air quality number heading into this afternoon. And then across the central part of Washington state, more smoke from these fires popping up again. So we will see another drop in the AQI going into the evening. And then those southerly winds, they help us out. They start really kicking into gear as we head into Tuesday. So by midday Tuesday, we are breathing in much cleaner air, and it is going to be much nicer and feeling like fall as well with cooler temperatures. And this is the whole reason all this is happening is we've got a system coming in. It's bringing in rain. Hopefully we can get some rain on these fires. Hopefully that is happening here, if not now, within a short time span, and that would help us out a ton in the overall scheme of things. We're going to be waiting for the rain today, so with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 little sprinkles, which we have seen at times this morning, Most of us are going to be dry. More clouds than sun. Temperatures in the mid-70s, about 10 degrees cooler than yesterday. Our chances for rain and maybe even 1 or 2 lightning strikes around the region will be tonight, particularly in the early to mid-evening. Temperatures in the low 50s for the morning with these clouds keeping us away from the 40s in many areas. So between about 6 or 7 through about 11 to midnight, that's going to be the best chance for rain around Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, Sandpoint, Colville, and then down across the Palouse region to the LC Valley as that first wave of bigger moisture comes through. A chance, especially North Idaho, for a few showers as we're getting up tomorrow morning. But a lot of places even seeing a little bit more sunshine tomorrow with some scattered afternoon isolated showers and thunderstorms as we enjoy some cooler temperatures. The next wave, by the time we get to tomorrow evening, you can see starting to push across the Cascades, and we'll continue on with these waves of showers into your Wednesday and even into perhaps even the start of Thursday. Temperatures are finally going below normal. So yes, it is going to especially feel like fall over the next few days and beyond. It looks like even in the extended outlook, we are going to have some cool fall temperatures for the start of October. We'll take a look at your 7-day forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Pape Machinery.
At Fred Meyer, you never compromise. You get up high quality that's guaranteed fresh and down low prices on over 1,000 items. With quality and savings that add up, Fred Meyer shoppers never compromise. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Touchdown on savings at George Key Kia Spokane. We're clearing out all new 2025 Kias at huge discounts to make room for the new 2026 Kias on the way. Shop over 350 new Kias and score big. Locally owned, family operated, always exceeding your expectations with unbeatable deals and exceptional customer service. Don't miss this chance to save. Visit George Key Kia Spokane off I-90 and Liberty Lake or shop anytime at SpokaneKia.com.
You know, Donnie, when you're hurt in a car crash, you get a lot of advice.
From friends,
Acquaintances,
your aunt,
your nosy next-door neighbor.
insurance adjusters.
But those aren't the only people you should talk to because they don't have expertise in personal injury law like the advocates do.
And not all of them have your best interest at heart.
Exactly. Instead, call the advocates. We'll get right to work making sure you get everything you deserve.
Even my Aunt JoJo can't do that.
Nope. Injured? You deserve an advocate.
Have you or someone you know lived, worked, or enjoyed time in Lincoln County in the last 10 years?
If so, you've likely been exposed to Libby amphibole asbestos.
1 in 4 screened have developed an asbestos-related disease. Hope is here. The Center for Asbestos-Related Disease, CARD, in Libby, provides free screenings, care, and resources to those impacted by asbestos exposure. Don't wait. Early detection is key. Get your free asbestos health screening today. Contact the CARD Clinic, comprehensive care for exposure and disease.
It's time for 4 News Now, Coats for Kids. Drop off new or gently used coats at any of our sponsored locations. We'll bring them to Alsco for professional cleaning, then get them out to local children in need. Donate coats for kids through October 31st.
Share the warmth and do good this winter. Buy a gently used coat for a child at Goodwill and donate in store. Or bring in a new or gently used coat. Every donated coat helps a child stay warm this winter. Together, let's change lives and keep lots of kids warm this winter.
With Fred Meyer same-day pickup and delivery, it's easy to shop the same in-store prices and have your groceries brought right to you, so you never compromise on what matters most. Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
Welcome back. Your time right now is 6:53. It is time to get you ready to take on your Monday in the morning sprint. We got some poor air quality over the weekend. Matt Gray is here to let us know if and when it's going to start clearing up.
And we are less than 2 days away from a potential government shutdown. What lawmakers need to do to keep it from happening.
But first, we are still waiting to learn the name of the Eastern State Hospital employee that was killed over the weekend. It came after a crime spree out in Medical Lake. First, a brush fire broke out near Medical Lake High School Saturday morning. Shortly after that, deputies say someone broke into a nearby home and fired shots. Thankfully, no one was hurt there. Then witnesses heard gunshots across the lake, and an Eastern State Hospital employee was killed. A deputy then arrived at the scene and exchanged gunshots with a suspect that person was killed. He was found dead near his vehicle, dressed in tactical-style gear. The Washington State Department of Social and Health Services released a statement saying, in part, "We send our heartfelt support to the victims' loved ones and to our dedicated employees and patients who are affected by this loss." The department says it's working closely with law enforcement and Governor Bob Ferguson's office.
In your forecast, we continue to see hazy conditions, but cloudy skies are foreshadowing some big changes that are coming here over the next 36 hours or so. We will see temperatures into the 70s this afternoon with more clouds than sun and that continuing haze, although I think we will begin to see some of that haziness begin to lift as we get into your late afternoon and early evening. Speaking of early evening, that'll also be the first opportunity for us to see a few showers. We'll see some showery conditions overnight and a better chance of rain tomorrow.
Lawmakers have until late tomorrow to pass a spending bill or face a government shutdown. The top 4 congressional leaders are expected to meet with President Donald Trump at the White House today in an apparent effort to work out a deal. Many Democrats are refusing to back down unless lawmakers extend Affordable Care Act subsidies that lower the cost of health insurance for millions of Americans. Although Republicans control Capitol Hill and the White House, they need at least 7 Democrats in the Senate to join them to pass a spending package under the chamber's rules.
Well, give yourself a little extra time today if you're headed north on Green Street near the community college. Crews are still installing drain pipes and manhole covers there and will be working for the next week or so. This is part of the North Spokane River Crossing project. This work was supposed to start last month, but was delayed due to a strike. Some Washington restaurants will soon have to advertise their unresolved labor violations right next to their food safety rating. The new rule affects King County and only applies after businesses have exhausted their appeals and continue operating without paying fines. This is a first-of-its-kind rule for Washington and follows similar measures that were implemented in 2 California counties. The USDA is issuing a health alert for some ready-to-eat meals containing pasta that may be contaminated with listeria. This alert involves Walmart's market-side linguine with beef meatballs and marinara sauce and Trader Joe's Cajun-style blackened chicken breast fettuccine Alfredo. Several illnesses and at least 1 death are being linked to these meals. The products have a best if used by date of late September or early October. If you have either product, make sure to throw it out or return it to the store ASAP. Your weekly grocery trip is probably costing you more these days. Shoppers everywhere are feeling the pinch, especially with prices up more than 20% since 2020.
It might be a good idea to shop for some meals that are good leftovers or can be frozen to avoid overbuying and food waste.
Whether you are feeding a big family or making dinner for one, Consumer Reports has some easy ways to help you cut costs at checkout. What they are tomorrow right here on Good Morning Northwest. The World Para-Athletics Championships are underway right now in India, and Spokane is well represented. 3 current Parasport Spokane athletes are representing Team USA, including this lady, Taylor Swanson, who we introduced you to last year right before she went to Paris for the Paralympics. Parasport Spokane helps athletes like Taylor get out on the field and find their stride no matter their abilities. And that's why we're so excited to team up with them for our next Extreme Team project. Look for details in the next coming weeks. Today is National Coffee Day, and if you need a boost, some coffee chains are offering discounts and even free cups of Joe. Krispy Kreme, Dunkin', and Starbucks all have free coffee promotions today. And here is a live look at the wake-up call. This one is on Division. It is just one of many local places around the city that you can get your morning fix, and some of them have deals.
And you can see the Cincinnati Bengals take over the Denver Broncos tonight on Monday Night Football. It means we got world news early at 3:30, followed by an hour-long edition of 4 News.
Mopping is hard work. Then I tried the Swiffer Power Mop. It has a built-in solution that breaks down dirt on contact. Plus, its 360-degree swivel head cleans up along baseboards and even behind the toilet. Bye-bye, bucket, with the Swiffer Power Mop.
It's a show like no other. Custer's Fall Antique and Vintage Show, celebrating 50 years of treasure hunting this Saturday and Sunday at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center. Dealers from across the Northwest will be selling everything from rare to retro, rustic to classic. With thousands of unique items to explore and so much variety, the fun is in the find. Admission only $8. Tickets on sale now at CusterShows.com. Custer's 50th Annual Fall Antique and Vintage Show this Saturday and Sunday at the Spokane Fair and Expo Center.
Milk?
You got a rumble in your tumble that you don't want to address.
Oh, I don't know.
Don't live in there now. You can have your milk and smile. Tasting the real milk aisle.
After a car wreck, Big Insurance moves fast to protect themselves, not you.
I called Craigsoft and Associates. They not only fought for me, but treated me fairly every step of the way.
One call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
Well, a little gloomy and hazy to start our week here in Spokane. As we take a look into downtown, we are going to see mostly cloudy conditions today. That smoke still hanging around, but I'm expecting some better air quality heading into tonight and tomorrow, and higher chances for rain. Look for some scattered showers this evening as well as Tuesday and a Wednesday. Not everybody's going to get rain, but at least we have a chance. Temperature is going to feel a lot more like fall, especially heading late into the week and this weekend, where our highs will only be in the low 60s.
Well, thanks for starting your day with us right here on Good Morning Northwest.
So glad you could join us. We will see you throughout the morning with live local updates on Good Morning America. It starts now.